The Boy Who Lived Happily Ever After, Chapter 1.
In 1940, on a cold, snowy day, it was a Sunday morning on December 8th. In a doctor's office was born a baby boy, James Oliver Johnson Smith, Jr. He was such a joy.
Still just a baby, and his sister only 4. The house was on fire, it began to roar. His mother threw them into the feather bed mattress and pulled them all to safety. There was nothing left but ashes.
He was the man of the house at a very young age. He learned to work real hard every single day. He picked cotton by hand, and he milked the cows. He worked the fields with mules and a plow.
As a little boy from home he ran away, across the creek and hills as tears flowed down his face. The sun was shining through the trees as he looked up to the sky. "I want to live happily ever after," he prayed as he cried.
He was having fun when his kinfolks got together. They were fishing and swimming down at the Hatchie River. The river pulled him under, taking him away. His daddy swam right to him. His life was saved that day.
Mischief and trouble followed him all around. A mule kicked him really hard and knocked him out. He got really sick eating too much coconut pie. Sliding down the loft, he caught his britches on fire.
He went swimming at the creek. His clothes were all wet, revealing the tobacco can used for rolling cigarettes. He and his friends borrowed his grandpa's truck. Running out of gas, they pushed it home. Oh, what bad luck.
He believes the Bible that his mother would read. He learned to tithe and pray, to give to those in need. She taught him to respect his elders all the same, to say yes ma'am and yes sir, Mr. and Mrs. before each name.
She taught him to believe, to have faith in God. One day his faith was tested when they lost a crop. He prayed that the Lord would help the cotton field. He was so happy when the plants began to yield.
He learned to love the poor. They shared all that they had. Though they had very little, helping others made them glad. Pasteboard boxes decorated to give on Christmas Day. There's always someone worse off than us, his mother would say.
From the boys who were not good, his mother kept him safe. She had a stack of switches that she used most every day. "Son, will I ever get you grown?" she said one time. Her firm hand kept him out of jail and away from crime.
At 18 years of age, he joined the army. He had a beautiful girlfriend he wanted to marry. He and Patsy ran away to the Justice of the Peace. He lied about their ages. She was only 15.
He stopped going to church, was living kind of bad. His temper would flare up so quickly he'd get mad. He got into fights. One time, there was a knife with a baseball bat. Someone almost took his life.
He liked to go to parties, to hang out with his friends. His life was getting worse and worse, deeper into sin. One time he lied to his boss about a car repair. Patsy's grandma was concerned. She lifted his name up in prayer.
He went to a meeting at the church one day.
After death cometh the judgment, the preacher did say.
He prayed, "If you forgive me of my sin, I'll live for you."
He arrived the sinner, but left the saint, all brand new.
The Lord said, "Will you preach?" And he was willing in spirit.
He said, "Lord, open the door, and I will walk through it."
He preached in Sunday school.
and he preached on Wednesday nights.
He preached in the prison.
God cheered his stage fright.
He desired a church that only wanted to do everything the Bible said, obeying the truth. He didn't think that he would find any such place, but the Lord guided him by his marvelous grace.
The Lord led him to Oakcrest on a Sunday night. They received him as their pastor. Oh, what great delight. He feeds the flock and loves them, each and every one. He said that he will never leave until his job is done.
An unusual preacher, we would all admit, but to the Lord's will he will always submit, preaching the messages God gives in his ear, sometimes using costumes to make it more clear.
Happily, we listen as he hums a song,
or on his harmonica worships along.
With the band as it starts to play, he dances and sings, "Oh, happy day!"
The Lord gave him a vision of a camp meeting, lots of people on the grounds, and much food for eating.
Twice a year, January and July, preachers come together and the spirit gets real high.
For 100 days, revival was preached, and many souls at that time were reached. The meeting kept on going as God saw fit. Brother Jay would not stop until the Lord said quit.
Around the world, Brother Jay has flew to preach in the Philippines, his second home.
Pastors are renewed, the churches are revived, souls are saved.
It's always hard to say goodbye.
He drives a forklift, rides a boom truck too. It seems that there is nothing Brother Jay cannot do. Many a car he's fixed and repaired. Just another way he shows how much he cares.
A sneaky criminal thought he was so smart, but as he crept inside, he got quite a start. For there was our preacher holding a gun. He put his foot on that crook. There was nowhere to run.
He gives birthday cards with a chocolate tree and a big birthday hug that makes it complete. He invites the children for a movie and popcorn, spending time together. Their hearts are all warmed.
Today he celebrates his 80th birthday, and many times we have all heard him say, "The good Lord heard my prayer when just a little boy. I'm living happily ever after. Oh, what a joy."